Ha! Surprise! I'm back with another stream because this is not gonna stream tomorrow. We're gonna try to get another one in today. Hello, everybody. It is iGranite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Assassin's Creed Unity. We are here gonna work in the Porte-Saint-Denis area. Almost had 100%. That was still pretty good for a tier 3. Just a sec. Gotta check something out really quick. Okay. Sorry about that. It was not super important. Okay, so let's see here. We've got to get lots of chests. Where are we? Let's work our way up to this quarter first.
Whose side are you on then? What do you want?
I'll just take care of this guy. Yeah, there's a bunch of men up there. He didn't seem too friendly. Oh, we've already gotten a few chests in this area. Interesting.
You're no patriot.
Oh, come on. Okay, let's head up towards this mission. Bandoir. Help Don Nussville. Oh, this thing over here.
Talk. Hello,
Hello. Okay. Help Dawsonville disrupt and corrupt the auction led by the Band Noir, the Black Band.
The scum auction. I'm gonna foul their little game. Care to watch?
Alright, we're following this guy.
And now let us sell off this dilapidated church. I hope it remains standing until we finish.
200 livres, 300 livres.
Who are you?
Citizen Dawsonville. And I bid 300 livres. No, 4.
You can't bid against yourself.
This man is disrupting the auction. I bid 200 livres.
I bid 7, and mine aren't counterfeit.
I must ask you to leave, citizen.
So you can pretend to sell this fine building to your friend?
That's an outrageous accusation.
Take that back.
Make me.
You men, get him out of here.
For the real patriot.
Get out of here. More of them?
You got cold feet! Bloody come here, and I lace the rest of you!
That was a pretty cool move. All right.
No, you don't!
Stop that.
You will pay for that!
Okay, let's get to the guy he's fighting. Jeez, how many people did you piss off, dude?
Damn you, you'll pay for that.
All right, memory complete. So we got Fabre Eglantine, one of the worst poets of his generation, which produced many. Young Fabre won the Lies d'Argent, the Silver Lily, second prize at a poetry competition, but took the name Eglantine from the name of the first prize, Eglantine d'Or, Golden Wild Rose, which he claimed to have received. So this traveling troubadour became known as Fabre Eglantine, described as lazy, unstable, handsome hunk by French historian Jean Toulard. It was only thanks to the revolution that he went down in history. He was saved from prison for debt by a letter of remission from Louis XVI. As a token of his gratitude, he joined the riots and became involved in shady dealings with Danton and Marat while writing popular plays. To support his lavish lifestyle, he offered his services to the court, $3 million to create a monarchist movement within the Jacobin camp. Danton, Minister of Justice, hired him as secretary. Robespierre blamed him for fiddling with army supplies. He made a huge profit on an advance order of thousands of pairs of boots for the army soldiers, which were never delivered. Along the way, the poet played the role of villain in the September massacres and came up with the names of the months for the revolutionary calendar. As a result of his involvement in the fraudulent affairs of the French East India Company, Robespierre targeted him as a means to eventually get to Danton. Guillotined in April 6, 1794, Robespierre the Incorruptible described him as thus: talented but with no soul, skilled in the art of deceiving men, even more skillful in deceiving them. All that remains of his life's work is the well-known song, Play Beret, It Rains, Shepherdess. Interesting. Alright, we're going to head back north. Nothing to note here to get. And there's a section of buildings here. Alright, well there's a cockade. And a chest.
droit êtes-vous entré ici? Donnez-les en pâture aux chiens! C'est tout ce qu'ils méritent! Ma foi, à quoi je doute que vous soyez au bon endroit.
There we go.
Hé! Ma foi, à quoi dois-je?
Okay. Now, I think we got everything else that's right or close to here. We'll hop back to this fast travel. Let's look at this next. Alright, so there's a cockade there. I think we already got the chest around here.
Qu'est-ce qui a pu poser cette
Il a
agitation?
raison. Il se passe quelque chose là-bas.
Well, that's totally what I wanted you to do. See, I don't see a white chest around here, so we must have got it. Ladder down in here.
Hinderer! We never left here! Got you!
Well, you stabbed a little quicker than I did.
All you traitors will end up on points!
So I just hit him, you just go down super easy. Excellent. Let's pop up here to the shop. How many? There's still, what, 2 cockades I need to get? I have one of them revealed. Stop that.
Ah, parfait.
There we go. Alright, well, it looks like we got the cockade up there. Let's go. Let's see, we got a mission here. Mission here. We have a Nostradamus Enigma up here. Let's go. Let's go get this first. Looks like it might be underground anyway. And there's an entrance underground right over here.
Get over here! I'll gut you along with the other sodding traitors!
Who are you shouting at, Philippe? Excellent. Alright, we got a Nostradamus. In the Sanctuary of Sins, Light and Shadow dance. The ignoble nobleman defines his actions with his name. In the Sanctuary of Sins. Okay. So is this the King of Beggars we're supposed to go see?
Seigneur, mais que se passe?
Which I think he is where this is. Looks like we were right. Lying in the filth, the fallen godly symbol lies the heresies of the false king's court.
Lâchez donc cette mégère à la libre lue.
So I'm thinking somewhere in here is the next one. Where's the actual Court of Miracles? Yep. Here by this big cross. Where the familiar cross the road where decadence is sold and sadness of the cellar obscured by rouge. Well, what does that mean? The familiar crossroad. It seems it's talking about like a red light district or something. But I'm not entirely sure.
Pourquoi fait-il ça?
I might have to look up this one. It's the final riddle for Virgo. Okay, so it is here.
J'avais craint le pire l'autre soir, quand tous ces rustres se sont mis en tête de prendre un rôle avec le... Je le sais.
Don't make this harder than it has to be. Give me a name! Is a... Oh! Mon Dieu! C'est un cadavre!
Alright, easy enough. Let's just fast travel back here. Alright, we still have 5 more to get. Chest-wise, and then we have the 2 cockades. So let's go do the chest and then we'll do the missions.
Un barbare des temps.
Ma parole, j'aurais tout vu.
Tout allait bien.
See, I don't really care if there's an alarm bell in this area. Got him! Barely even made it anywhere. Bunch of money waiting back at home for us. Alright, we had a cockade on the map over here. Excellent. Well, we got one of these short missions here. We'll pick this up while we're here. Out encounters 2. Steal an object from your designated target. Take it through there.
Il va se faire mal.
Easy enough. And we're in. Ah, there's a chest.
Oui, monsieur, pour quelle quantité? Soyez pas criards.
Come here!
This is going to be hard for me because it's in the middle. Got a little closer. Ah, too early again. There we go. Something about having to run up to it. I can do it a whole lot easier whenever it's on one side or the other, but when it's in the center, it's a lot tougher. We almost have enough money to get that really, really, really expensive sword. Alright, cockade. Need to go north still. Alright, I think there's another one over here. Yep, there it is. I think if I would have went in the window here. Heard a gunshot. There's another mission over here that is technically in this area.
Si je... C'est gentil de pas...
Various purposes to assassinate our target.
Comme on en voit peu.
ask you again. You tell me.
Vous trouvez le boulanger étrange?
All right. We'll figure out how to get that when we're in this area, because we're currently not. We're still trying to get stuff in here.
What is it this time?
Non, où va-t-il donc?
Go, Patriots! Die!
Got him. Easy peasy. Alright, our last one should be this white chest. Yep. That we saw on the map briefly, but we had kind of been skirting around. Which should allow us to be right across the street from the King of Bevers. You can see him popping up in the corner of my mini-map there. And he's got a mission for us.
Patience, l'ami. I was hoping you'd stop by, my dear Honor. I'm aware that you're deeply concerned with justice and so forth.
Infiltrate a brothel and assassinate the owner.
There is a man, Grignon, who operates a string of brothels just north of here. Imposes horrendous working conditions on his girls. Things would improve markedly if you were to send him to eternal banishment.
The woman standing on the corner of the couch.
Oh, cynicism does not become you, dear boy. Let us say that should Grignon's collection of delectable damsels find themselves without a patron, well, my kingdom would necessarily expand, wouldn't it?
Alright, well, it would be faster if we fast travel here. We need to locate the man. Easy enough. Yeah, there's a lot of guys with guns.
Ravi de te voir, citoyen.
Easy enough. Nice that there was a fight going on, I guess, when we got there. We just take advantage of that. Did we get a entry on that one? We did not. Alright, then he gets another one that pops up for us. I'm really about the same distance, no matter what.
Content de vous voir ici. Si tu pars maintenant, tu ne seras point payé. Si je voulais.
Don't stand here while you insult me. Excuse me.
Bloody counter-revolutionary!
We got another mission here that's unrelated to the King of Beggars. Let's see what it's about. Put a stop to whoever's behind the rumors about a giant terrorizing a neighborhood. Iscariot Giant. Towering figure terrorizes neighborhood. Protect your children. Citizens are forced to pay homage to this horrific figure who stalks the streets and alleyways of Porte-Saint-Denis neighborhood north of the temple. There is no one capable of stopping such a monster. Right, so find the area north of the temple. Excuse me.
Green head covered in snakes instead of hair, and his forearms. He roams the streets and rips innocent people of bloody chunks of meat. He sniffs the air as if hunting prey. He tracked a man down today, killed him where he stood.
The giant Iscariot, he threatens people and takes their things. If someone refuses, the giant squeezes the life from them, like juice from an orange. A man today refused, and now he lies dead.
Yes, a giant. He killed a man. Huge. Blue and green skin. Dressed in black. Terrifying.
Ma foi, je ne trouve rien de suspect.
I saw him just now! He just killed someone! A huge, blue, cavernous mouth with no teeth at all! Oh, may the Supreme Being save us!
Something up on this one do I need to go? Well, whatever this last clue is, I don't see it. Well, it's you?
My dear husband. Look. Crushed to death for what? He refused to give everything he had to the giant Iscariot.
Mon Dieu, laisser un corps ainsi. Où est le charpentier?
Body's a series of broken ribs. It's crushed to death by a terrific force. So this guy must need to go down and to get. So we need to find a way in first. And here it is. We're still a floor above them. Who's coming up the steps? Okay. You're just a big regular boy. Walking really slow though. Poor guy. Alright, well. I had the thing open on, at the beginning of July 1789, rumors spread throughout Paris concerning the giant Iscariot, a depiction of a brightly colored character covered in green scales and wearing iron armor, with hair made out of snakes with gaping blood-red mouths. They're standing out in a crowd, and then there's this. From time to time, the giant Iscariot would return to personify other political events, the September massacres, nationalization of church property, and so forth. Alright, well that's done. We have a few more missions here that the King of Begas wants us to do. We'll just get this guy too. Gets us another citizen mission done.
What's happening now? Did you squeeze the wrong shopkeeper?
Alright.
Hey, that's mine! Help! Someone! There's a... Oui! Ah, tu sais te battre!
There's the mission.
As-tu dans en tête, toi?
Bunch of money back at the theater. Decides reprieve, save Marquis de Sade from the guillotine by stealing the judicial order for his trial. The newspaper La Pierre du Chien. Citizens, at long last, the sordid and depraved Marquis de Sade is soon to plop his head in a basket. He is charged with moderatism, but in reality his crimes descend to far greater depths. Our congratulations to the office of the prosecutor Fonquier Tinville and the Grand Châtelet in anticipation for a successful prosecution. Looks like way down here. Alright, well, let's go grab our money first, because we have time. We don't want it to fill up anyway.
Good morning, sir.
Puts us up to pretty close to getting that sword. We're like 10,000 off. Then we'll hop over to here.
A word, brother?
Par vous-même, puisque vous ne croyez pas m'aider.
Jean-Jacques, quel est notre plan d'attaque sur votre gauche?
Is this the big building that we did that one mission in that we have to break back into? Looks like it.
You can't stop us!
Now!
Alright.
Signifie tout ça? Hey, someone there?
Nobody's here.
Only might bear watching. What? I didn't imagine.
You're no better than what?
Who's off on the escape?
What a move. They're outside. I don't care about them. Investigated the wrong buddy, friend.
Such of the old talk. Your kind are finished.
Odd. What was that?
Not sure where it's going to be, though, what we're looking for.
Oh, Sneaksby. Got an eye on you.
We're just going to keep looking, though. Hey, buddy.
I want you.
Still nothing.
Who's done this? Who next? Oh, no! Someone's killed David. He's responsible!
Lieutenant, no! Rest in peace.
Going on.
Wonder if that was the guy that got it.
On him! Go! Bloody! Oh, son! I'll rip your liver out!
Since he's kind of unique. No? Well, man, I've been everywhere, I think. Except for up. Don't know why it'd be up there, though. Well, here it is. Now we have to escape the area. Okay. I think we'll just walk out the front door. I don't think there's any guards that way. And, oh. I should wait for that to appear before I go into the thing. Alright, so born 1746, Antoine Fouquier-Tinville was appointed director of one of the grand juries of the tribunal established on August 17th, 1792, to try the royalists arrested on August 10th after the fall of the monarchy. In November of the same year, he became public prosecutor. In September of 1793, the Reign of Terror became a matter of major concern. In the words of Fouquier-Tinville, heads were falling like tiles. Oh yes, heads were falling like tiles, a common phrase at the time. Presumably because there were no decent French roofers in the 18th century, they were all too busy polishing. As public prosecutor, he was in charge of prosecuting culprits and bringing them to justice, which generally meant condemning them to death, or otherwise doing the Committee of Public Safety's bidding. The day after the fall of Robespierre, he was relieved of his duties. A trial was brought against him in December of 1794. When he was convicted, he pled in vain. I have simply been the convention's axe. Does one punish an axe? A bad workman pretends he's a tool. Another popular phrase there. He made his own trip to the guillotine on May 7th of 1795. And then we get another mission up here.
Les gens s'en foutent. Étrange manière de faire de l'exercice.
And this one was sadistic blackmail?
I very much appreciate the inexplicable disappearance of my death warrant. Now, the joys of retribution.
Help decide blackmail's enemies by stealing incriminating items.
After the removal of Grignon, my political enemies became reckless. I happen to know that each one is hiding a delightfully salacious secret. Here is a list of items to blackmail them. Steal those items, and Grignon's old, debauched neighborhood will remain under my gentle care. I do hate to be a scold, but I really need all of those objects.
Alright. think there's something up over here. It's a pretty big area here, though. Some guys down there, but it doesn't look like they're guarding anything. Looks like we made this a little smaller.
Imbécile, si quelqu'un te voit, tu es perdu.
Okay. I have a letter from the Archbishop.
Well, it makes me happy to see you here today, citizen. Un homme bien étrange. Retourne donc.
You want me to come over here and crush you, you pillock?
Just a sec, everybody.
What's the problem now?
Couple guys behind us that are attacking us.
Is that your top speed, Weezer? Let's just get him bleeding.
Alright.
Where did you put that letter?
What's the problem now?
If anyone reads it, I'm a dead man. Are you crazy? We have to find it.
Easy enough. Alright, so then we have something down here and then something up over. We'll get this small circle next.
Qu'est-ce qui peut le pousser?
On a croisé le gros Jaco. Franchement, je n'en peux plus. Le gros Jaco qui nous a tout raconté. C'est vrai ce qu'il nous a dit?
Come on, get through there.
Le gros Jaco qui nous a tout raconté. C'est vrai ce qu'il nous a dit?
Je t'avais dit de ne pas passer par là. Mais non, mieux que tout le monde. Voilà.
Il faut le corriger.
Je ferais mieux d'appeler la garde.
Alright, we got an ornate brooch. Now we need to get down to this one. So we'll just fast travel over here. Alright, now we need to deliver him back.
What's all the fuss now?
Un amant surpris par le mari.
Alright, took care of that.
Cette personne a été tuée.
Dis-moi, combien jurons? Voilà un par nouvelle robe.
Alright.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Anna. I take such pleasure imposing my will on others. Is that wrong?
Good enough. Now I think if we fast travel again, potentially, we might have a murder mystery pop up on the map somewhere that's related to this storyline. But I don't know where exactly it pops up. I don't see one in any of these areas that we've been to. So that's good. Unless I need to find it, but I don't think so. If I do, I think it's related to that.
Faut l'envoyer.
Aha, there is. Body in a brothel. Solve the gruesome murder of a prostitute. We have a young woman's body has been brutally whipped. Her hands are bound and she is covered in wounds.
Poor Susanna. She was a favourite of that citizen Desad that came around so much. He'd never treated her proper. I told her, send him away, but he pays so much. Look, ropes, whip, that's Desad all right, randy bastard.
So we have the statement, Micheline claims Susanna was a favorite of Desad, who came around frequently. Warned Susanna about him, noted typical objects were from him. We have a long whip flecked in blood. There is a maker's mark on the handle, 7 Rue de Ego. Okay. Ropes and gag, short ropes and a spittle scoped gag, all stained in blood.
Oh God, there's men coming and going all the time. I didn't see Desaad last night, but he could have been here. Comes here a lot. It was too dark for me to see him proper. But there were some odd goings on last night. One John came in but didn't stay long enough to really do anything. And then there were 2 men, but only one went into Susanna's room.
Noted that many men came through, and although she didn't see Desaad, it's possible he was here. Noted one customer stayed a very short time. Afterwards, 2 men arrived, but only one went into Susanna's room. Appears to be the Marquis de Sade's personal diary. Is filled with explicit and disturbing violent and sexual content, as well as far-ranging philosophical musings. Then we have spikes and hooks. Bloody instruments capable of puncturing human flesh. Alright, and there's 6 clue locations to visit. We have 2 more up that way. I wonder if the basement of the area of that building was one too. Not the basement, but the main floor. Alright, there's 3 clues here.
Come on then,
I'm
you old
unable to say
reprobate.
what the Marquis was engaged in last night. It was a rare night off for me.
So his valet says he did not know it was in. Noted that this side is careless. Okay, well.
Unhand my master. You, shut up.
It's quite all right, Olivier. This may be amusing. Back to jail. It's all too delightful. Really? Murder a girl? Those days are behind me. But I do enjoy the farce. I did visit Susanna with some frequency, but not last night. I'm sure my valet can confirm my whereabouts. There was a young man, some days ago, perhaps rather too taken with my philosophies. I recommended Susanna to him. It's not impossible he might know something.
Okay. We have a letter to valet. I'll meet you there and we'll arrange payment, 50,000 livres as discussed. Alright, let's go over to this clue location.
On dirait que...
2 clues
Sure,
here.
I made that whip. Well, I suppose it could belong to Desaad. I sell him all sorts of things. But you know, there's a student, strange fella. He wanted to buy all the same things that Desaad bought. Seemed to think Desaad is some kind of god or something. I've got his address in the delivery book. Let me see. Yes, here it is.
Okay. And there's our other clue, whatever this is.
Seigneur.
44 Boulevard St. Martin, okay. It's like right next door.
Mon Dieu, j'avais complètement oublié qu'il me restait du travail. Ailleurs.
Je l'ai gardé pour le petit.
Oh, I saw something pop up. I guess I didn't.
Oh!
Is there another floor?
Susanna? Desard told me about her. I arranged a time and thought about all the things I would do to her. I started to lose my nerve, though, so I drank a couple of bottles of wine. By the time I got there, I couldn't go through with it. I turned around and left.
Anything else?
I heard two men in the dark just when I was leaving. One of them said, "After it's done, come and meet me in the church courtyard at Saint-Nicolas-des-Champs. I'll pay you there."
Mm-hmm. And then we have Student Hovell's Book 120, Days of Sodom. Desade's infamous volume describing the depravities of 4 libertines locked in a castle with several dozen victims of both sexes. Some of the abuses described are underlined. Okay. And they went up this way. I kind of suspect the valet because there was the letter to him about the payment, and also Desade said he could vouch for his whereabouts, and then he didn't because he said it was a night off for him.
All the time. I've got nowhere to go. Who are you looking for? I saw a couple of fellas meet here late last night. One of them was dressed all fancy. Must be a servant. I overheard him mention his master, the Marquis. Afterwards, the other man went into that building right there.
Okay. Statement of the Vagabond. Saw 2 men, one of them dressed up in livery, the other man went to a nearby building.
Name.
Hello, Anna.
Oh, j'ai oublié ma... Oui, quelle sotte je fais.
On devrait la prendre.
J'espère que vous avez une bonne raison d'entrer par ma fenêtre.
Contains a collection of scandalous newspapers, articles about Desade, including his misadventures in Arciel, Messiah, and the Cost.
Ouais, quand on ne sait pas crocheter une porte, on passe par la fenêtre.
You have done exceptionally well to find someone with access to Desade's personal effects. Under no circumstances are you to do the fatal deed yourself. We must avoid having suspicions raised on the committee. Let our poor dupe do the work. He will be highly rewarded. 50,000 livres are closed. When all is done, Desade will wither in jail. And is immoral and pernicious. So I definitely suggest, or suspect, the valet. Yeah, I think he could try to pin it on him. And he's close to Desade, so, and he was going to get money. There's, where was it, about the payment. And he would know of all of his different, you know, deeds. And I'm going the wrong way. Deeds and such. The way he does things because he's there with them all the time.
C'est amusant.
How are you, Anna?
I'm unable to say what the Marquis was engaged in last night. It was a rare night off for me. If any of it after the degradations that I've suffered at the Dessarts' hands, I jumped at the chance to put a gruesome end to the man.
Aha! We were right.
I do hope you're proud of yourself. That animal Dessard should be in here instead of me.
A Jezebel killed. Hardly a crime in my estimation. Take your due.
Ooh, harsh. All right. When Desaad's valet, after years of witnessing the scenes of debauchery and after being subject to humiliations himself, was lured by an agent of Saint Just to frame Desaad for a murder. The valet collected some of Desaad's personal effects, met with Saint Just's agent, and went to the brothel where he murdered Susanna in a show of sadism. After the murder, he met the agent in a George courtyard for his payment, where a vagabond saw both the valet and Saint Just's agent. Pretty simple. Alright, so we'll end out this episode by getting our money that's here and buying that really powerful sword. Alright. Let's refill our consumables first. Now, I won't be able to upgrade it. Because I don't have enough points, but we do own it. Alright, and that's where we're going to end our episode for today. We do hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you next time.